Hello everyone, welcome to Smarter Everyday Over Learning. Dear students, today's our session is from the continuation topic from our yesterday's class. Yesterday we had started that topic, some solved examples from the atomic structure, which questions which are helpful to your need, and I hope you practiced yesterday's topic. Who didn't see that yesterday's class, I will give that link in the description box. You can go through that. Today's session we'll start with some more examples, some more solved examples from the atomic structure. Question number 1, that is, what is the maximum number of orbitals that can be identified with the following quantum numbers? This is the question what we are having in our today's session. First question. Here n value, L value, ml value they have given. These are the quantum numbers. Excluded that spin, excluded that ms value, and we can identify the number of orbitals 1, 2, 3, 4. And see students, if you solve this problem, before going to do that, you have to know the subshells and the L values for that. SPDF subshells you know very well, and for these L values 0, 1, 2, 3. These are the L values and these are the type of the subshell. Okay students, and for suppose n is equal to 3, they have given in the question n is equal to 3. For that, what is the main principal shell? That is 3 if n is equal to 3, and L value is 1 here. Then if you see this tabular form, L value is 1, that subshell will be P subshell, and ml value, that is magnetic quantum number 1. That means if you draw the electrons like this, this is the P subshell, and these three are the orbitals for this: px orbital, py orbital, and pz orbital. Electrons will be filled like this, and this is the 0, and here plus 1, and this is minus 1, and ml value is 1. That means here 1, the spin must be like this, the third electron. Then students, the orbitals will be 1, 2, 3. This is the subshell, and the final orbitals are 3 orbitals. So the option C is the correct answer. Let's start the second question. Calculate the energy in joules corresponding to the light of wavelength 45 nanometers. Here students, Planck's constant H 6.63 into 10 power minus 34 joules second they have given in the question itself, and speed of the light also they have given in the question. C is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meters second inverse. And options, we will select which one is the right one. The formula E is equal to hc by lambda. This is basing upon the wavelength and the Planck's constant and the speed of the light. Okay, from the question, the given wavelength, the Planck's constant and the given speed of the light they have given, and lambda is equal to, from the question, that is 45 nanometers from the question. And students, if you convert these nanometers into meters, that will be 45 into 10 power minus 9 meters. Why? Because 1 nanometer is equal to 10 power minus 9 meters. On putting the given values in the equation, we will get E is equal to, here the Planck's constant we need to take 6.63 into 10 power minus 34 into C value. That means the speed of the light here 3 into 10 power 8 meter second inverse by lambda value. Lambda value, what 45 into 10 power minus 9 meters, that is the lambda value here. If we calculate this, we can get 63 into 10 power minus 34 into 3 into 10 power 8 into, we can transfer this plus 9 and by 45. And students, for doing the simple calculation for this, minus 34 plus 8 plus 9, that will be 6.63 into 3 into 10 power minus 17 by 45. If we do the further calculation for this, we'll get the answer 4.42 into 10 power minus 18 joules. This is the answer for this, 4.42 into 10 power minus 18 joules. That will be the option D is the correct one. And if you see the next question, third question, beryllium plus 2 is isoelectronic with which of the following ions? For this question, students, we need to know what is meant by isoelectronic series, and the set of the species or the chemical species which are having the same number of the electrons, those are called as isoelectronic species. For these options, we need to calculate all the electrons. How many electrons are present here? We need to calculate for this. From starting one, option A, H plus ion, and B, lithium, and C, Na plus ion, and D, magnesium plus 2 ion. And for this, we need to calculate the total number of electrons present in that. For H plus, hydrogen atomic number 1 and the electronic configuration is 1s1. So students, for H plus here, so that you need to remove this one electron, that will be 1s0. Then the final electrons are 0 electrons here for only H plus ion. Here, if you see the lithium plus, lithium atomic number 3 and 1s2, 2s1. This is the electronic configuration for lithium element. And if you remove these here plus 1 electron, why? Because lithium plus ion has been formed here. You need to remove this 1 electron. Then the final electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s0. Then the electrons are 2 electrons here. 2 electrons are present here. For suppose sodium plus, Na plus ion, the atomic number is 11, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1 is the electronic configuration for these students. And if you remove this 3s1 electron, you need to get Na plus ion here. That's why the total number of electrons here, 10 electrons are left over. For suppose Mg plus 2, magnesium atomic number 12 and the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s2. Here plus 2 ion has been formed, so that you need to remove these 2 electrons from this magnesium. So magnesium plus 2 ion can be formed, and if you count the electrons, here also 10 electrons left over. And Be plus 2 is isoelectronic with which of the following ions? That means you need to calculate the isoelectronic for Be plus 2 also. Beryllium atomic number 4 and the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2. Be plus 2, so that you need to remove these 2 electrons. You should get 2 electrons finally. And students, here 2 electrons where we got for the lithium. For lithium and Be plus 2, there are 2 electrons, so that these 2 are having the same electrons. For that, the answer is lithium plus ion. Be plus 2 is isoelectronic with lithium plus 2 of the following ions. This is the answer for this. And question number 4, let's start. What is the maximum number of electrons that can be associated with the following set of the quantum numbers? Here the values they have given, N, L and M values. Let us see. the orbital associated with n is equal to 3 and L is equal to 1, that must be 3p orbital. Why? Because you know that SPDF subshells and values also you know, L values. Basing upon this, the orbital which are having these values, that must be 3p orbital, you know that. One orbital with m value is minus 1. M value is minus 1. That means for p subshell you are having 3 orbitals for this. This is 0, plus 1, minus 1. For suppose m is equal to minus 1, the electron should be presented here. So that must be 3px orbital. And this must contain how many electrons? 3p, it must contain only 2 electrons here. Totally if you calculate, those are all 6 electrons, and this 1 only means 2 electrons. The 3p subshell can accommodate maximum number of electrons, 2 electrons. Then the option B is the correct one for this. And let us see the next one. The outer electronic configuration of GD, that means gadolinium, atomic number 64, that will be, we are having the options here. For this atomic number 64, you need to write the electronic configuration from xenon. Electronic configuration based upon xenon if you take, the next one will be 4f7, 5d1 and 6s2. Option B is the correct one, basing upon the Moeller chart. From xenon noble gas configuration, you should write like this: 4s7, 5d1, 6s2. Here xenon atomic number 54. Then from this xenon atomic number you can count like this, and totally electrons are 64 electrons we got here. That is GD, gadolinium atomic number. So option B is the correct one. Let's see the next question. Question number 6. The maximum number of electrons in a subshell with L3 and is equal to 4. L value given and N value they have given. Let us see the answer for this. For suppose L is equal to 3, N is equal to 4. It represents which orbital? We can see basing upon this SPDF, and these are the L values 0, 1, 2, 3. These are the L values. For suppose L is equal to 3, these are the L values. That subshell will be F orbital. So that here N value they have given, so we can finalize that 4f orbital. The total number of electrons in a subshell, for that one formula is there, that is 2 into 2L plus 1. This gives the result of the total number of electrons in a subshell. So you can substitute this 2 into 3 plus 1. Okay, then 14 electrons we are having here, and hence F subshell can contain maximum number of electrons, or 14 here. Then the option A is the correct answer. Let us see the 7th one. The correct set of 4 quantum numbers for the valency electron of rubidium atom. Here 4 set of the quantum numbers, 4 quantum numbers, those are principal, azimuthal and the magnetic and the spin values we can identify among these. See here, rubidium atomic number they have given, that is Z is equal to 37. We can write for this 37, we can write the electronic configuration for rubidium 37, that must be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10 and 4p6, 5s1. Basing upon the Moeller chart, we can write like this the electronic configuration. If you count all these numbers, you should get 37. These are the number of electrons. And students, for 5s orbital, you can calculate the quantum numbers. 5s, that means 5s orbital, n is equal to 5, and if it is s orbital, the L value, you can see this table, s orbital, the L value must be 0. Then for this, L is equal to 0, and ml value, for it is s orbital, so that like this with 2 spins, the value should be 0 here, ml also 0. Then the ms value, if it is upward direction, whether it is downward direction, so that plus half and or minus half. In these two you can take any one electron. So the quantum numbers, let us see, 500 plus half. 500 plus half. So option C is the correct one for this. And question number 8. The orbital angular momentum of a p electrons is given as. You can calculate the angular momentum of the orbital. h by root 2 pi, root 3 h by 2 pi, root 3 by 2 h by pi, and root 6 h by 2 pi. These are the options they have given. And which one is the correct one? Let us see. Orbital angular momentum, that is small m, the formula must be root L into L plus 1 h by 2 pi. This is the formula for this. For p electrons, L value, for p electrons, the L value is 1. So that m is equal to, that is the angular momentum is equal to, you can, from this we can do the calculation, root 2h by 2 pi, and the final answer we should get, that is h by root 2 pi, and that will be in the option A. H by root 2 pi is the correct answer for this. Let's see the 9th question. The total number of atomic orbitals in 4th energy level of an atom. 4th energy level. Let us see. Total number of atomic orbitals in any energy level given by the formula n square. This is the 4th energy level, so that if you do 4 square, we should get the answer. That must be 16. Let us see the last question for this today's session. The energies of E1, E2 of two radiations are 25 electron volts and 50 electron volts respectively. The relation between their wavelengths, that is lambda 1 and lambda 2, will be. We should calculate here the relation between lambda 1 and lambda 2. They have given both E1 and E2, both two energies they have given. Let us see the general equation for calculating the energy for this from the Planck's constant and the speed of the light and the wavelength. E is equal to hc by lambda. Here we have E1, E2 and lambda 1 and lambda 2. That means E1 is equal to hc by lambda 1, and the second equation should be E2 is equal to hc by lambda 2. We are getting here, and from these two equations we should get E1 by E2 is equal to hc by lambda 1 into lambda 2 by hc is equal to lambda 2 by lambda 1. Then we can take the values. That means 25 by 50 is equal to lambda 2 by lambda 1 here. Or this you can simply calculate that half. 1 by 2 is equal to lambda 2 by lambda 1. That implies lambda 1 is equal to 2 lambda 2. This is the relation for this. We can get finally the lambda 1 is equal to 2 lambda 2. Option B is the correct answer. Okay students, what we have learned in this today's session, just recall them. The first one is maximum number of orbitals we can find out here basing upon this tabular form, and the second one is calculation of the energy joule corresponding to the light of the wavelength basing upon the formula. This formula we can calculate that. And here isoelectronic species also we did like this. And see the next question, maximum number of electrons we found and the outermost electronic configuration for gadolinium. And the next one is maximum number of electrons in a subshell we counted, and 4 quantum numbers. How can we calculate 4 quantum numbers also we did for the angular momentum. P electrons also we did, students, in this class. And next one, fourth energy level, the total number of atomic orbitals also. And next one, the relation between the two energies when they are giving E1 and E2, and the wavelengths also we found in this class. If you understand this class, you can share to your friends, and your views and your doubts also you can convey in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel.